Well, hey, everybody. So I've got something new I wanted to start, and it's simply going to be called 5-Minute Fridays. 5-Minute Fridays. I want to give you 5 minutes or less, just something I'm thinking about, something I'm trying to implement in my own life, in my own organization that I lead. And my hope is it's something that we can have a dialogue on. So as I share some of these ideas with you today, I'd love to get your feedback. My email, which I'll mention a couple of times again, is on my website. And it's simply this: nonprofitleadershippodcast@gmail.com. I know that's a long one, but nonprofitleadershippodcast@gmail.com. Or just go to my website, which is Nonprofit Leadership Podcast, and just go to the contact page and just send an email. But I would love to hear from you of what you are doing in your life and in your organization to do this one thing, this critical thing. And that is this: how do you create a healthy work-life balance? In fact, when you hear the phrase healthy work-life balance, what immediately goes through your mind? Do you think that's impossible? That's just a myth. Now some of you know firsthand the pain of how your work has negatively impacted your marriage, your family, or your personal life. For other leaders, this is something that's very new, and now it's top of mind. Well, this topic is certainly not new. And yet, in today's world, our new work from home, constant Zoom calls, always online world that we're living in, the clear lines between work and home have become even more difficult to define. I think there's a reason why, for job seekers today, a company's culture is actually more important than pay and perks, as a recent article on Glassdoor.com has recently pointed out. So again, how is your organization making a healthy work-life balance a top priority? It's interesting for me. So what I'd like to do is I'm going to share just one insight today, and then I'd love to get your feedback of what you're doing in your organization to really create this culture. Because for me, I lead a nonprofit organization. That's my day job, so to speak, right? This podcast is just something I do on the side for fun. And what I'm trying to do in my own culture of the organization that I lead and for my own life is I'm trying to set the pace. Set the pace. Again, what I mean by that is many of you, my listeners, are executive directors or CEOs. That's what I'm at in my organization. Others of you are board members. But either way, if you're a board member, you're an executive director, you're a CEO in particular, you need to set the pace of creating this healthy work-life balance in your own organization through your own schedule. So in other words, and I know this is not rocket science, but if we're going to say we believe in creating a healthy work-life balance and create a culture in our organization where a healthy work-life balance is honored, it starts with us. We've got to set the pace. We've got to actually do it in our everyday schedule. And so for me, I've done this a lot. I talk quite a bit with my team saying, hey, I really do want to create a culture here at my organization where there is a healthy work-life balance and it's honored. And yet, there's so many times I look at my own schedule and I realize, you know what? I didn't do that very well this week. Or I'll go on vacation and I'm still answering emails or I'm still doing work. And so that sends the subtle message to my team that while I'm saying let's create a healthy work-life balance, by not doing it myself, they realize it's not really a value for Rob. And what it does is it doesn't give them permission to create a healthy work-life balance, because at the end of the day, they think, well, Rob's not really doing it, so I don't have permission to do it myself. And this could all be unspoken, implicit, but it does happen. If your actual schedule doesn't exemplify this healthy work-life balance, it's not going to happen in your organization. You need to set the pace. So that's my challenge. So here's what I'd like to do. I'd love to hear from you. Let me know what you're doing in your organization to create a healthy work-life balance. You can email me again at nonprofitleadershippodcast@gmail.com. Thanks for listening to 5-Minute Fridays. Have a great day and keep making your world better.